Well, it looks like one of our favorite attorneys, John Deaton, who is not only providing insights into the Ripple versus the SEC case, but is also going after the SEC by putting together a class action lawsuit, is doing another thing to go to battle for XRP holders. In this video, I'm going to tell you about what John Deaton is doing in this case, because if you remember, he already has amici status, which basically means friend of the court. He is leaving that status to file a brief, and I'm going to tell you what he's going to do with that brief and going to battle with an SEC expert on XRP holders. This is going to be a good one, folks. So I'm going to tell you what some of the dates are that we are looking for coming up, what the SEC is looking to do with John Deaton's request, and of course some insights from Jeremy Hogan. Also, some news from the Federal Reserve just came out a few days ago regarding cryptocurrency holders in the United States and what the minutes from the FOMC meeting that were just released today said and what we can expect in terms of rate hikes from the United States government. Hey everyone, my name is Randy and welcome back to the Late Night Grind, and right now on this channel we are covering the Ripple versus SEC case as well as other cryptocurrency news, investment markets, and personal finance. So if any or all these topics interest you, make sure you hit that subscribe button and join the Late Night Grind community. Also, if you could do three things, I'd really appreciate it. Smash the thumbs up button, watch this video all the way to the end, check out my Patreon, link in the description below. Alright guys, let's jump into it. So a couple of days ago, the Federal Reserve announced some of their findings regarding how many people in the United States own a cryptocurrency of some kind. Now, they did a small sample size. This was a survey of about 11,000 people. And what they found was approximately own some form of cryptocurrency. Now, that's not shocking, and I expect that number to continue to grow, even though right now cryptocurrency looks like it's in a bear market or a consolidation market. The numbers of people holding cryptocurrencies or some form of digital assets continues to grow. Well, just wait until the next Bitcoin boom cycle. That number is going to skyrocket. Also, some news out today from the Fed about rate hikes. Now, this was this is nothing official. It was basically just some of the meeting minutes that they had during their FOMC meeting. According to the minutes, there were several members of the board that stated that a 50 basis point rate hike, really anything outside of that, isn't necessarily going to be discussed in the FOMC meetings. What does that mean? Well, it means they're not going to be discussing anything more than about a 0.5% rate hike for their next scheduled rate hikes. And according to some analysis, it pretty much means that that's a good thing for the markets because that 0.5 point rate hike is essentially already priced in, at least according to some of the analysts, which means the markets aren't going to react too much. And that's exactly what happened. Because as I was watching one of the charts, when those meeting minutes came out, well, there was an initial spike up, an initial spike down, literally within 2 minutes, and then it self-regulated. And somebody on Twitter followed that up by, well, the FOMC meeting minutes are already priced in and don't mean a whole lot. So we're going to have to see how that plays out, especially with the coming inflation numbers for this month. Okay, so now let's get into the Ripple versus the SEC case and what Attorney John Deaton has been doing in going battle for not just Ripple, but primarily for XRP holders. So if you're not familiar, John Deaton, he's putting together a huge class action lawsuit because of the farce of the reasons why the SEC is actually going after Ripple and thus suppressing the price of XRP. So John Deaton, since the outset of this case, has been against it. He eventually got amici status with the court, which basically means he is a friend of the court. He can submit briefings and different expert reports and opinions that the judge can take into consideration. So now is the time to do that. Why? Well, because the SEC has their own expert opinion in which he's going to give his opinion to the judge about what he thinks was the mindset of people who bought XRP at the time of purchase. Now, Jeremy Hogan did an analysis of this guy, and it doesn't look good, and it sounds about what you would expect the SEC to do. So this guy has done a few other reports on cryptocurrencies, and you wouldn't be shocked to find that, well, the large part of his opinion is that people are buying these cryptocurrencies, or most likely will buy XRP in an expected return of profit based on the efforts of others. Of course, that is not going to be true for the vast majority of XRP holders, and so John Deaton is going to see to that the judge actually hears from an actual expert that's been within the XRP community for a long time, and he should know the exact mindset of XRP holders at the time of purchase more than anybody else. Now, as attorney Jeremy Hogan pointed out, this expert witness, he came up with his conclusions about his other cryptocurrency opinions without actually talking to any of them. That's an interesting point, because in order to get the mindset of XRP holders, at the time of purchase, well, you have to talk to not only the XRP community, but you have to talk to all of the banks around the world that use RippleNet and transact millions and billions of dollars worth of value using XRP because of its speed and its cheap fees. They would also have to talk to all the remittance companies all over the world that allow people from other countries to submit and send money using XRP, again, because of its speed and cheap fees. Now, Attorney Jeremy Hogan pointed out that this SEC expert who's going to submit a report on XRP, he's weighed in on a recent Telegram court case in which Telegram, the cryptocurrency company that sold grams as their cryptocurrency, he basically just said that the people who bought grams are expecting a profit based on the efforts of others, that being Telegram. So as Attorney Jeremy Hogan points out, that's pretty much going to be his same opinion on XRP holders for Ripple, claiming that XRP is essentially a security of Ripple. Now, so obviously we know that's not the case, and that is why John Deaton is intervening. So he has submitted his case to the judge to be able to be an expert for XRP and to give his thoughts and opinions based on being within the XRP community and essentially studying XRP for the last 5 years. So the SEC does not want to see this. So what did they just submit to the judge? Well, they submitted their extension to come up with an objection on why John Deaton should not be able to do this. So they're requesting an extension until June 7th to come up with a whole bunch of reasons why they think the judge should not let John Deaton step in and be this expert witness and have their own expert witness report be submitted instead. Now, up until this point, it's been the Hinman emails. That's been the most important part about this Ripple case, the fact that the SEC has been trying to hide them at every single turn. In my opinion, this might be the second most important part of this case because, as Attorney Jeremy Hogan pointed out, the latest SEC's opinion argument in that other Telegram case, the judge took that into consideration very heavily when she weighed in. And if that's going to be the case in this Ripple versus the SEC case, then you want the correct opinion, the correct expert opinion on XRP, and not the SEC's. So not only do we have John Deaton stepping in and wanting to be that expert witness, but Ripple is now, of course, objecting to the SEC's expert report that they have tried to submit. They're going to try to get that struck from discovery and not allow that into the rest of the case. So the judge has all the briefings on that, and we're going to be waiting for her decision over the next week or two. So any day, we're going to expect an answer on that. So in the meantime, if you want to follow along with this case or any of the other stories that I cover on this channel, make sure you subscribe to the Late Night Grind community. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate all the thumbs up, watching all the way to the end. And as always, I'll see you guys on the next video.